What do you think you're doing, putting a mirror right under the nostrils of the poor boy? Are you trying to choke him?
Check for yourself, Chief Inspector. No traces of breath on the mirror. The poor boy is dead.
I don't know where you learned these techniques worthy of a spy, but I have to admit it, Mozart, you are right. He passed away. We have to arrange for the corpse to be fetched. The Founder's Salon is no place for a cadaver to remain.
Wouldn't it be more appropriate if each of us just went back home quietly so we can avoid the scandal?
You must be out of your mind. We're at a crime scene and people will only get home after I have found the perpetrator. Still, comfort yourself. I already have some solid leads. Nobody leaves the lodge for now. Englander, sir, I am going to have to question you now. Don't worry, it won't take long.
I'd certainly like to understand what happened to young Epoch, too. I am sure we can find evidence around here. So here's the so-called score of Anton Epoch's symphony. It seems like a crude mimicry of the Adagio of my own 38th Symphony, the one I dedicated to the city of Prague. With a few corrections, I can bring it back to its original state. I need to correct the score to get it back to its original form. Let's do it. Here's the Adagio of the symphony back in its original glory. Let's hear how it sounds on the pianoforte.
Our Scotsman is innocent in the matter of the murder.
Do you seriously believe it may be a murder?
A young man, highly regarded in the best circles of the city? This can't be a natural death. Did you see with what violence Mozart provoked him just before he was found dead? Schultz, your duty is to help him arrest the killer who managed to slip amongst us.
Oh, most certainly. I'll do everything in my power to help you.
There was something under the piano. Where did it go? That's locked. There's some kind of engravement on the reliquary. It seems like two V-shaped objects that are intertwined. Seems like I need a thread of lead to open the reliquary's top.
Mozart, you can't touch that. These are pieces of evidence in my case. Please follow me this minute. Okay, get settled. So, did you know the victim?
No, I'd never met him before tonight.
If that's the case, why did you quarrel with him so violently?
I was shocked when he pretended to have composed a piece which I immediately identified as one of mine.
Did the victim actually claim that he had composed the said piece?
I have to admit he didn't make such a claim, and you know perfectly well why. An apprentice is forced to stay silent until he gets his initiation.
You criticized him, fully knowing he would not be able to defend himself?
I got carried away by my emotions. An artist is a very sensitive person, and sometimes I tend to overreact.
Your so-called overreactions, Mozart, are the talk of the town here in Prague. Unpaid debts, adultery, and now violent behavior. I have to put you in jail until I clear things up.
I do not understand why I am here. I'm innocent. I won't rot in this cell. If I'm to clear my name and solve this mystery, I need to escape. Hey, there is another cell. Maybe some companion of misery inhabits it. Hey, you! Please, answer for Christ's sake!
What a surprise! My brother Mozart himself. You seem quite far from palaces and operas in here. Keller certainly knows how to extend a warm welcome towards his fellow Masons. Wouldn't you say so?
I don't feel like laughing about it. He declared me guilty without any proof.
Yes, that's strange. As far as I'm concerned, he is well aware of my opinions, and he knows I am an enemy of the state. But you are a revered companion of our emperor.
Would you have the means to get us out of this pickle?
We need to escape as soon as possible. I fear conspiracies being bred behind conspiracies. If we don't make our move, we'll both end up in a tomb, Mozart. You, the musician, and me, the outcast.
Sure, but how can we do it?
It won't be easy. The door to the cell is locked by some kind of complex mechanism which wears the imprints of the Epoch House. You can easily guess it's a work of utmost quality. Maybe we could use the roofs. They seem to be undergoing repairs and should be easily accessible. Still, I need to open that door first.
Earlier on, I happened to get my hands on this clockmaker's set of keys.
Well done, Mozart. I managed to get the keys. I can now try to free myself. Let's see.
I beg you, let me out of here.
I'll see to it immediately. Don't worry.
I am a slave to God, and I am waiting for the angel Gabriel.
So are you done with it? You're driving me crazy with your endless Virgin Mary rap.
Here's a big boy that's going to do a nice map. I'll get his keys, and here comes freedom, Mozart.
Good Lord, at long last. I thought I was going to have to wait till Christmas passed.
Close enough. Here are your watchmaker's keys. They really came in handy.
Pavel, be careful. I'd hate to see you crash on the pavement.
Oh, I'm sure there'll always be a fat policeman underneath to break my fall like a plum cushion. The pulley is broken, but the axis seems usable. This loose piece was where the pulley used to hang. I need to fix it if I want to use the hoist. I may have found a way to get us out of our misery. Still, I need a tool. Would you have an idea, Mozart, as you seem always so resourceful?
I guess my mason's hammer could be useful.
Ah, Freemasonry. That's really the sole fraternity that you can count on in dire times.
Pavel, I never had more fun with a brother before. I really owe you one.
You're a great man, Mozart. What do you intend to do now?
I'll head back to the lodge. I need to try and find evidence to clear my good name.
You're a man of honor, Mozart. Take good care of yourself.
The old coat is wearing thin. The servants of the lodge should renew their wardrobe. Oh, there's a golden thread. This may come in handy. That's locked.
Mozart, at long last I find you here. Keller let go of you? I was certain he'd set you free in short order.
Let's be as discreet as possible, Venerable. We need to solve the mystery of this young man's death, you and me, here and now.
Ah, we live in troubled times. Still, thankfully, Masons stay united in front of adversity.
I'd like to open the reliquary. I believe something took refuge underneath it.
The reliquary is a sacred coffer that hides a fragment of the secret of our wisdom. Only a great master can be authorized to open it and find out what's inside.
I did see something take refuge under that box.
What kind of thing, Mozart? I have trouble following you. I can't open the reliquary except for a matter of utmost importance.
I do insist, Venerable. We absolutely need to open the reliquary.
I'm sorry, Mozart. This is impossible. If I'd agree to such a thing and you would be witness to it, we would both be expelled from the fraternity. Maybe you should go rest at your hotel. You seem exhausted. You'll see things more clearly after a good night's sleep.
When did you first meet Anton Epoch?
Only today, when he came to the temple. I'd never seen him before.
You had no preparatory meeting before you decided to submit him for an apprenticeship?
I know this is unusual, but his father insisted on it being like that as a personal favor. You don't turn down Mishka Epoch when he asks for a favor.
Here's the thing that was under the piano. It looks like a sort of automaton in the shape of a beetle. It seems motionless. This belonged to young Epoch, no doubt. Carapace is locked by that tiny screw. I need to take it out. Here we go. It's open. Let's see. A mechanism inside the beetle seems to control how the animal moves. It doesn't seem to work for now. I believe one has to synchronize the machinery in order for it to start working. All the legs have to move at the same time. That should work now. Still, it seems like it's asleep. Maybe something's missing. Here's the carapace is... Here we go. I believe one has... That should work now. Why not? Maybe music can set the beetle in motion. Why not? Maybe... That's uncanny. The mechanics of the automaton has set itself to the tempo of the music. I wonder what could be the use of such an invention. There are some engraved words on the ventral plate. Cor Scarabaeus. Heart of the beetle? What does this mean? The secret power of the Premier. A secret related to Hiram, the first Freemason? A Freemason of higher grade would certainly be able to tell me more about it.
We live in troubled times. Still, thankfully, Masons stay united in front of adversity. We live in...
I found some kind of mechanical beetle in the founder's salon. I believe Anton Epoch brought it in.
Probably some kind of jewelry. Surely an invention of Mishka, his father.
This strange object could be linked to the death of the lad.
No, this is pure conjecture, Mozart.
What do you call the secret power of the Premier?
Precisely, I don't really know. I only have hints that this is related to the origins of the edification of the temple. That secret allowed Hiram to build it for Solomon. Hiram was slaughtered because of that secret. Now the Scots pretend they have recovered it in the form of an ancient manuscript in a chapel in Roslin, and Englander is in Prague to reveal it to me.
Where can I find Englander? I must talk to him urgently.
He's staying at the Robertsons while he's traveling with his family. That's a house by the Bridge of Stone, alongside the Muldo.
I need to clear things up. I'm going to Robertson's now.
Be careful, Mozart. You're in the thick of something you can't entirely grasp.
Excuse me. The door was open, so I took the liberty of letting myself in. Is your master home? Whoa, that dog sure seems scary. Unbelievable. The hound seems to be under the spell of the beetle. It now seems willing to let me enter without any more trouble. At the height of the sun, the scale of mysteries lead to the guardian of the secret. Secret? The secret of the Premier, his power? This house may well hide what I'm looking for. What is the link between the sun and the scale of mysteries? One thing's for sure, I have to find the so-called guardian. Here's a globe at the bottom of the pendulum. The sun, its height, the seventh step of the ladder. How could I take so long to understand? So this is the famous guardian, a statuette of Atlas. Still, I need to find out how I can use it to solve that riddle. There's an engravement on the book clip, but half of it is missing. There's an engravement on the book clip, but half of it is missing. Once I have assembled them, the book clips form some kind of base. Now I'm able to read the full engravement. Raise the Titan Guardian following the rule of the golden number to stop the run of time. Don't make any mistakes, or the secret may stay hidden forever. That's what needs to be done, but I also need to set the base at the exact height. Here we go. It is now adjusted at the right height, the height of the golden number, 13 grades. There we go. The mechanism seems to be working, thanks to the cylinder. The image is blurry, just as if it was seen through poorly adjusted glasses. The light projects the images on the flat surface there. Quite impressive. The Emperor, his bedroom, the castle, and the waving hand. Mazzini tried to fool me with this machine of illusions. Why did he need to lead me to believe that the Emperor was in Prague? And if he's not, where might he be? Sounds like there's a fight going on next door.
And who are you, sir? Who let you in?
How about you? What was this ruckus that I heard? Were you in a fight or what?
A fight, you heard? Your hearing must be severely impaired. You should leave now.
I won't leave before I get a chance to talk to the person who lives here. Please let him know I'm here.
He's busy and does not care to see you.
I believe I heard a fight.
I haven't heard of any violence around here, sir.
Where's Peter Englander? I need to talk to him now.
I suggest you be more discreet. Some subjects are quite touchy when a young woman of good repute is involved.
You have the look of a gypsy. How in the world could you be invited in the house of a gentleman like Englander?
Absolutely. I am a bohemian, and though I wear my hair in a disorderly manner, that doesn't mean I am ashamed of my origins, sir.
You seem a bit too scantily clad for a woman of virtue.
A well-mannered man would try not to ask a woman such questions. Where are your manners, sir?
Pardon me, but you're so scantily clad that I have to confess my trouble.
I know, sir. Men are rarely unmoved when I so appear.
I'd say everything about you is faithful to your ancestors' passion.
You surprised me in a moment of weakness. I need to get my outfit tidy.
Please, take this little mirror to help you refresh your appearance.
I thank you for it. This little mirror will be quite handy to help me put some order in my untidy appearance.
Englander? What the hell?
I hope you know how to swim, brother, because it is less painful to die of cold than to drown.
What do you have to offer to convince me to let you live?
Just make some graceful apologies and I won't press any charges.
Apologies? Charges? What are you on? It's not a court here, and thugs don't trade in words.
Why detain me here as a prisoner?
Picture me as a kind of sultan, and imagine I took you as a hostage.
Vanna, guys! Why in the world would you want to treat so badly my friend, the great composer?
Havel, you are a gentleman, and you seem familiar with the natives. Please explain to them they need to set me free.
My friends, this is Mozart, one of my very own brothers. Let go of him. He has an uncanny way of putting himself in trouble.
You know the interloper? I caught him while he was spying on me at the house where the Scotsman resides.
I owe him my freedom. He was the one that made it possible for me to escape from Kara's jail.
All right, he's your friend, but he's also my hostage. He doesn't have any money, he's not fun to be around, and I really don't see why I should do him any favours.
I can most certainly help you out, but I need you to trust me.
I put my life into your hands.
You have no grounds for being so harsh with Mozart, Vanna.
So tell me, Alan, are you offering to pay this dope's ransom?
Vanna, the only things you ever showed dedication to are gambling and money. So, would you agree to a game in which we bet on my friend's life?
The life of this gentleman? You want to play it with cards? You're such a devil, Havel. You know I can't refuse that kind of challenge.
Too bad we play with a man's life. I'd rather be playing.
You have no...
So tell me, Alan. Well done, Ilan. Seems like you managed to keep your musician friend from being plunged into the Moldo. Mozart, you know too much about our affairs. I really can't let you go.
I won't say a word to anybody.
I know that. But for your own good, it's better if you stay under our guard for now. You'll see. Tomorrow you'll be glad you didn't take part in this dreadful night.
Havel, tell her I can be trusted.
When my dear Vanna has decided on something, it is very hard to get her to change her mind. Still, at last, you should not be worried for your life anymore. I want to try and understand more about the events that led me to such a precarious position. If I learn anything new, I'll let you know. Fare thee well, my friend.
Here is the second score signed by Anton Epoch. It is another sheet of his so-called symphony. Was young Anton related to these gypsies? There's a handwritten message scribbled on it. The first measures of the original Allegro open the way to the Bridge of Stone. So I'd say that bridge seems to hide many a mystery. What is it exactly? I need to find out. Good Lord, a key! There, under the sheet. I need to correct the score to get it back to its original form. Let's do it. There we go. The score is completed. Saint Lutgard, Holy Mother of the Sacred Heart, show a bit of pity for a poor sinner. Saint Nicholas, you save children, but you should save me too. Saint Lutgard, Holy Mother of the Sacred Heart, show a bit of pity for a poor sinner. This door has no obvious mechanism to open it. The Eye of Ra engraved here in the middle is pretty strange. There's an empty socket where the pupil should be. It looks shaped like an epoch watch. I need the watch I left as a pawn to the innkeeper. And to get it back, I need some kind of money. Halfor absolutely needs to pay me my due.
And where do you think you're going? Give me the violin back now. It's an old family souvenir. I thank you. You are free to go. You are much too talented to be caged, Wolfgang Amadeus.
Let's go to the opera now, and let's convince Halford to pay me what he owes me. I knew the Kapellmeister would have kept a few treats in his box.
You're here quite late, Mozart. Also, I wonder why my husband is not home. I'm tired of waiting for him.
Didn't you find the people surrounding your husband lately a bit suspicious?
Johann hangs out with all kinds of people, and most of them are vulgar.
Did you notice any new faces around him lately?
The same as always, except for that Keller and a Prussian guy whose name I don't know.
Alexa, I am in dire need. I have to get the money Johann owes me urgently.
What money, my dear?
The share he promised me on Don Giovanni's grosses.
I could lead you inside my husband's office, but in order to do it, you would have to give me a strong incentive.
How? Tell me. I would forever be in your debt.
I am so attracted to you. Still, I doubt you'll accept it.
I certainly wouldn't want to tarnish your honor of a married woman, dear Alexa.
My honor? But this would be but a glorious mission for me.
I'm not sure I understand.
Mozart, it's quite simple. I want a part in your next opera.
That's it? But certainly, I'd be delighted, on the condition that you consent to submit yourself to a few rehearsals. We can make a first try immediately if you wish. Hasn't he met Keller? What did they say to each other?
I don't eavesdrop on Keller or my husband's conversations. Still, I hope that Johann has not become some kind of informant for the police. That would be awful.
And why?
Because he could report us. No, I'm just joking. I seem to have a dryness in my throat. Could you prepare a bit of warm water with some honey so I can clear it up?
Your wish is my command.
What a nice intention. That's exactly what I need to clear my throat. I feel much better. Now order me, and I'll do my best to please you.
There's a vocal piece I've been thinking about for some time. I'd like to hear you sing it.
Something new? That's even more exciting.
It is, but it's also a bit challenging. It goes something like this. OKV 563. It's such a wonderful melody.
What a charming tune. I hope I can do it justice, Maestro. I am all yours.
That was perfect. Your voice, combined with your beauty, just make you some kind of divinity. I'll dream about you when I compose my next opera.
Mozart, your flattery makes my head spin. So be it. I give up. The key to Johann's office is hidden under the bust of a German musician. I will say no more. Find the key, bring it to me, and I'll open the office for you. Thank you, my dear. I'll open the door for you and keep watch to make sure nobody shows up. I'll put the key back in its place later on.
Papageno, the books and notes, Featc.
That's some kind of summary, and so far it's useless. That's some kind of summary. Ledgers with tags.
So, did you get hold of Johann's money?
Yes, I managed to open the safe, and I am forever in your debt.
I expect you to be, Mozart, but not so fast.
What do you mean, Alexa dear?
I am an honest woman, and I require that you only take the exact amount of what you're owed.
Of course, I concur, but how can we determine that sum?
The account ledgers are there. I guess we will find all the science we need in these. Then we will establish the exact extent of your credit towards my husband. Hand me the right ledger, and I'll make sure you are paid what Johann owes you.